It was a large marble statue of an old man with a beard. The statue held aloft a colored glass lens. These statues...
What of them?
They're just like the figures in the painting, and on the fireplace.
Indeed, they are the two pillars of the Gnostic faith in harmony. The bearded one is Yahweh, Jehovah, God of the physical world. The other is known by many names. Hillel, Ishtar. He is the bearer of light, Luxfere, Lucifer.
Lucifer? So you guys are devil worshippers?
No. When he is in balance with Jehovah, Lucifer is the god of desire and ambition, driving humans to be inquisitive, to discover, to advance. Just as Jehovah, when he is in balance with Lucifer, is the god of order. Jehovah stands for selflessness and altruism. Gnostics worship the harmony of both gods in balance.
But what if one were to rule without the other?
If Jehovah ruled without Lucifer, then individuality would be surrendered. Mankind would be wholly conformist, mindlessly dependent, mere pawns of a controlling power.
And what if Lucifer ruled without Jehovah?
Ambition and desire would be transformed into unbridled greed, and man would lust only for wealth and power. Society would descend into chaos, disorder and war would prevail. Then Lucifer would be the devil indeed.
Marquez had told me that this was a statue of Lucifer. The fresco deserved a proper examination. The fresco was surrounded by dusty inscriptions. My Latin was a little rusty, but I could still translate. Ex igne puritas, from fire, purity. Ex luce veritas, from light, truth. Ex labore sapientia, from struggle, knowledge. Cathars being burned at the stake. Cathars being burned at the stake. Knights of the Albigensian Crusade. Knights of the Albigensian Crusade. A town of northern Catalonia. A town of northern Catalonia. A town of northern Catalonia. The mountain fortress of Montsegur burning after its capture by the Crusaders. Nope. It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. Just what this place needed. Bit of mood lighting. If only I had a few scatter cushions. It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. The candle was lit. I'm pretty sure I didn't want to burn that. I'm pretty... Light shone through the glass of the medallion, causing dappled red light to fall on the fresco. It meant something, but I didn't know what. That was never going to work. Senor Marquez?
Yes?
What's the deal with these lenses that the statues are carrying?
Clearly, they change the color of light that is reflected onto the fresco.
But why? And why the different colors? Does all that colored light falling on the fresco mean anything?
I don't know, senor. That is why I need you to help me.
Why was this room...
After Monsegur, my ancestors were very careful about announcing their presence. Even
It was a glass, and it looked like it could be rotated. Part of the lens was covered. That was almost... I removed the small leather cover to reveal a crude crystal lens. Colored light streamed through and shone onto the fresco. The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from green to... The color changed from turquoise to... The color changed from blue to magenta. The color changed from magenta to red. It was a glass wheel. Part of the lens... The color changed from yellow. The color changed from green to... The color changed from turquoise to blue. Red light from the medallion fell onto the fresco, mixing with the other colored light. The color changed from red. The color changed from yellow to green. Red light from the medallion fell onto the fresco, mixing with the other colored light. Senor?
Yes?
So, Jehovah, he's God, isn't he?
He is the central figure in Abrahamic religions, but he represents just one aspect of our Gnostic beliefs, the physical world.
Any Any more thoughts on those lenses that the statues are holding?
Clearly, they change the color of light that is reflected onto the fresco.
But why? And why the different colors? So you say the Cathars are Gnostics?
The Cathars were a medieval religious movement based on Gnosticism. Nowadays, we simply call ourselves Gnostics.
Does all that colored light falling on the fresco mean anything?
I don't.
So this statue is Satan?
Not Satan. Lucifer.
Okay, so not evil?
The church demonized Lucifer to suit their own ends. He represents the spiritual and intellectual elements of the world. Good and evil are simply products of the human condition.
You talk about balance. What does that mean?
Harmony comes from the balance of Jehovah, who offers order, and Lucifer, who brings ambition. Only under their dual influence will man become enlightened. See the light.
Wow, this album...
Few were spared. But it was only one episode in 2 millennia of persecution.
So this chapel is as new to you as it is to me?
Indeed, I never knew it was here.
Maybe the fresco is important.
Perhaps it denotes a dark time in our history. But wait, there is something strange.
Go on.
Each of the escaping Cathars is carrying a tabula.
But you said there's only one tabula.
That is right. So why would they paint this lie?
Maybe to hide the real destination?
Of course, and only a Gnostic would know the right one.
So the tabula is the key to the power of God?
Yes, it is an object of tremendous power.
Colored light from the rotating... The color changed from green. The color changed from turquoise to blue. The color changed from blue. The color changed from magenta. The color changed from red to yellow. The color changed from yellow to green.
Amazing. The light is showing the path of the Bon Song.
The what?
The sacred trail my ancestors took across the Pyrenees, carrying the Tabula Veritatis from Montségur across the mountains to this town.
And which town is that?
I don't know. That I cannot answer. But its coat of arms is quite distinctive.
But how does it bring us closer to the tabula?
It tells us the route the tabula took 800 years ago.
I think that's all we're going to find up here.
You're right. We should return to the hall. Eva will be getting worried.
Okay, we found the route of the Bonzom Trail. How does it help us?
It must somehow relate to the painting.
Papa, are you crazy? What are you doing?
I'm fine. Don't fuss.
You got me out here to look after you, so let me do it. Ramon is outside keeping watch. George, I'm glad you're safe. What did you find?
There's a secret chapel above the fireplace. But it's not your average everyday chapel. It's a Gnostic chapel. All laid out for worshiping not one god, but two.
What?
I'll tell you when we have more time.
You know, I found some things too, which might connect with all that. Come to the library. Oh, could you bring the painting? I think we're going to need it.
What are you doing with La Malediccio?
Nico found something and asked me to bring the painting. I promised to take care of it.
Eva, go with him. Make sure the painting comes to no harm.
I should stay with you, Papa.
Don't worry about me. The Malediccio is more important.
Have you brought the painting?
Sure, why do you want it?
Because I found out what Genon was up to.
The Gainan who tried to buy the painting from Madovsky?
No, Genon who led the fascists here during the Civil War. Genon who then spent months here searching for something. And who vanished one day, leaving that trunk full of goodies over there.
You think he's connected to the Gainan who wrote the letter to Madovsky?
It seems likely that they were related.
Maybe. So what's the plan you've uncovered?
Take a look at this. It's Ganon's map. He was searching for something.
Searching for what exactly?
The Tabula Veritatis, I guess.
You think he found it?
I doubt it. If he had, then people wouldn't still be chasing after the painting.
So why did you want me to bring it?
See this scribble in the sea?
It's the same shape as the circles around the Ouroboros.
Yes. Genon thought that pattern in the painting had something to do with a map of Catalonia.
So, I guess we try to finish what Gainan started. I'd put money on those circles around the Ouroboros being places in Catalonia.
But which places?
Maybe the painting can give us some more clues. The map had to be the key. The mountain range of Montserrat. The city of Lleida. The municipality of Balaguer. The municipality of Berga. That wouldn't work. That would be pointless. There was a tower within the ring. If the fresco was to be believed, the town in that ring was at the southern end of the trail of the Bonzong. But which one? The ring depicted some kind of castle gate. Positioned in the light cast by Lucifer and Jehovah, it had to connect to the trail of the Bonzong. Inside the ring was what looked like an affluent town. Time to take another look at the map. The municipality of Olat. I couldn't be sure that it was the right place. The municipality of Figueres. Gaynor had been researching the possible locations of the tabula. Perhaps there were some clues left in his possessions. I decided to put the pin back down. I wasn't sure that I had... I had no desire to take... I removed the oilcloth from the chest. I picked up the blanket. There was nothing underneath it. I lifted the hat out of the chest. There was something tucked beneath the shirt. I picked up the folded note. It was a telegram. There was nothing underneath the other shirt. I had no desire to take the old boots. I put everything back in the chest. I deciphered the telegram. The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican Inquisitor Emmerich of Girona. It was signed Wolfram. Eva,
Yes?
do you have any idea what we should be looking for?
What do I know? You're the ones who think there are secrets hidden here.
This map is confusing.
Well, we can be sure about the 2 locations mentioned in the telegram. But perhaps there are more clues to be found.
The fresco pointed me to
Well, mark it on the map.
This was one of the locations highlighted on the fresco.
And this was the starting point of the journey of the Bonan, the good man, the Cathars, right?
The Dominican monk Emmerich was from Girona, the dog-headed priest on the painting, 2 locations down. If the vignettes on the painting were anything to go by, I needed to find 2 more. I wasn't sure that I had The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican Inquisitor Emmerich of Girona. It was signed the map, 4 clues, 4 locations. I just needed to pinpoint the location they referred to. It was the painting had almost certainly been looted by Gainan's men. It was a dusty old globe. The books were covered in cobwebs. They hadn't been touched for a long time. A moth-eaten the suit of armor appeared. Hey, Nico.
Yes, George?
Any ideas, Nico?
Maybe we should try and work out which places on the map La Maledictio refers to.
The old man was fat. I didn't want to disturb. The scroll below the shield read Trent. The scroll under the scroll below the shield read Girona. The buildings in the ring. If the fresco was to be believed, the town in that ring was at the southern end of the Trail of the Bonzon. But which one? The castle gate signified the mountain fortress of Montsegur. There was a tower within the ring. Eva,
Yes?
any ideas?
No.
Any more ideas about the locations?
There must be clues somewhere. What else do we know?
There have to be more clues somewhere. But where? There was a coat of arms on the fresco. A crown above crescents and stripes.
I think that's Catalan, but I know no more.
I couldn't be sure that it was the right place. The city of Tarragona. The location didn't sound familiar. I needed to get up to speed on Gaynon's research. The city of Tarragona. Gaynon had been researching. Perhaps there were some clues left in it. The city of Tarragona. The city of... That was a... I decided to put the pin back down. I wasn't sure... Time to take another... 4 clues, 4... It was a nice hat, but it wouldn't fit me. I didn't want this. The books. The window looked out onto a small courtyard. It had a grill of solid iron bars. The suit of armor. The tabula verit. I have confirmed it. It was signed. There was a tower within the ring. If the fresco was to be believed, the town in that ring was at the southern end of the trail of the Bonzone. But which one? The scroll beneath the shield read Figueres. I had no reason to return to the chapel. The bookcase was filled with old books written in Catalan. They weren't going to help me. Torn books and broken furniture had been piled into the alcove. None of it looked of any value to me. The scroll under the shield read Olot. The scroll below the shield read Tremp. Hey, Nico.
Yes, George?
Any ideas, Nico?
Maybe we should try and work out which places on the map La Malédiction refers to.
Four clues, four... That wouldn't make... That was... If the fresco was to be believed, but which one? The mountain range of Montserrat. The location didn't sound familiar. The municipality of Severa. Gannon had been researching the possible locations of the tabula. Perhaps there were some clues left in his possessions. The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican Inquisitor Emmerich of Girona. It was signed Wolfram. I couldn't be sure that the municipality of Vic. That was a total guess. Maybe the painting or fresco would have helped. So, just like Hobbes, Marquez was looking for the Castell. Hobbes had sketched the... It was obviously important, but I had no idea whose... A large Ouroboros. Before he was killed, Simeon had said that the tree inside the Ouroboros represented hidden Gnostic knowledge. And here it was, a whole new image inside the snake. Hobbes had uncovered it, but now he was dead. I wasn't sure that I... That was never going to work. I had no... had no reason. If the fresco was to... But which one? There was a tower with a name. The priest appeared to have a padlock through his mouth. He was pointing down to the wing below him. If the fresco was to be believed, but which one? The priest appeared. He was pointing... So, just like Hobbes, Marquez had scribbled the word sons across the photograph. I wonder what he meant. The municipality, the location. The village of San Ramon.
Saint Ramon. Ramon told me he was named after a Saint Ramon.
There's also a saint on the painting.
Let me guess, he has a hefty padlock through his lips?
I'd found 3 locations. Now I had to track down the last one. A symbol was cut into the man's forehead, seemingly claimed that it was the sign of the tabula veritatis. If the fresco was to... But which one? A large Ouroboros dominated the center of the painting. The municipality of Tremp. I couldn't be sure. The municipality of... I decided to... The municipality of Torrello. The municipality of Granollers. The location didn't sound... I wasn't sure that I had a suit of armor. 4 clues. So, just like Hobbes, Marquez... Marquez had circled one. That had to mean Mary Magdalene. The first passage read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life." I wondered what it all meant. The note was written in Latin from the vice prefect of the Vatican archive. It said that the attached scan contained the only information the Vatican had on the Tabula Veritatis. It was an old piece. A moth. Eva.
Yes?
Any ideas?
No.
So I wonder if this coat of arms is relevant.
If it's marked on the fresco you saw, then it must be.
The scroll below the shield read Girona. The scroll below the shield read Lorette de Mar. The scroll under the shield read Roses. The scroll beneath the shield read Mascara. The scroll under the shield read Olot. The coat of arms was exactly the same as the one depicted on the fresco. It read Berga. Four clues. So, the coat of arms on the fresco pointed us towards Berga.
Then it must be important.
I could see a pattern emerging. The locations had formed an odd cross shape, similar to the layout of the orbs depicted on the painting. This is the center point of the cross, so the tabula must be here. Montserrat. It has to be Montserrat. The question is, what's Montserrat?
It's a monastery in the mountains, quite a tourist spot. But there's something else. I think it used to be a Gnostic refuge, hundreds of years ago.
Bravo, my friend.
Dovsky?
No, Langham.
No, it's Genon, isn't it?
Very good, Miss Carlyle.
So, what happened to the real Langham?
He went for a long swim in the Seine. Now, I was expecting to have to rip this place apart and retrace my grandfather's steps, but I do believe you have saved me quite a lot of work. The tabula is at Montserrat. Who would have thought it? The old man will be coming with me.
No, please, take me instead. He doesn't know anything.
And you do? I think not.
But he is old.
Eva, hold your peace, child.
You can't do this.
Oh, but I can. I will. Man is weak, servile, controlled. He must be freed from all constraints, free to fulfill his desires.
And you plan to raise the devil to achieve that?
Not the devil. Lucifer. Now, if you don't mind, we have a long Come on. They can rot in there.
We have to get out of here now. I assume that lunatic is as dangerous as he looks.
I'm afraid so, Eva. I think he's killed before.
You know, Nico, we were chasing Medovsky, but all along, we were really up against Ganon's grandson. Look, daylight.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a false door, Nico.
So that's why Mackenzie's father tried to escape through here. He didn't have time to open the false door.
Aha!
Great work, George. Come on.
We need to rescue your father and stop Langham before he gets the tabula. Eva, I think you better stay here.
Are you kidding? You'll need me, especially if there's a fight.
Eva, it'll be very dangerous.
Signora, you do not understand. It is my duty.
Okay. We'd better check up on Ramon first.
Sure. Then we will go and kick some ass.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Montserrat was way up in the mountains, a major tourist destination. But we went there as tourists. We had an old man to rescue and an ancient tablet to find. And standing in our way was a cold-blooded kill. Why would the tabula be hidden up here of all places?
For hundreds of years, the mountain has been kind of a sanctuary. There's an old Benedictine monastery up the hill.
Well, I guess that's where we need to start looking.
Wow, it's empty. Where is everyone?
This place is normally full of tourists.
I don't like the look of this one bit.
At least it's not monks with guns.
Don't even go there, Nico. Time to bring out the dumb tourist.
It's a role you were born to play, George.